Whoever sees this and subscribes right now will get triggered. We got Eminem on deck, it's easy. What's going on, YouTube? As you can see, listen, I am away, I am traveling, getting ready, got big shows on deck. I couldn't be more excited for it, but I thought, you know what? We can't stop the content train. As promised, you guys have been begging me to check out Candace Owens clapping back at Eminem after he fired multiple shots at her on this album. So that's what we're gonna check out right here, right now.
But you know who is putting that on, who is putting on his best Hillary Clinton 2016 impression? Eminem, in the ultimate
Shots fired.
pander to Black America. He's just like, please buy my album. So many of them are flopping. I will say anything. What do I have to do? Who do I have to throw under the bus? So he starts by basically...
The ultimate pander to Black America? I always knew my melanin levels were wrong. I bought Eminem's album. What?
Anything. What do I have to do? Who do I have to throw under the bus? So he starts...
I don't think it's just Black America that has bought Eminem's album. It's a worldwide phenomenon in terms of numbers that he's done. Every race, every country and geography, Eminem has fans worldwide, Candace. Let's keep going.
By basically, he has got the song, it's called Lucifer. And he obviously throws Kanye under the bus first. He's just like, oh, nobody cares about Kanye anymore, as if anybody even knows where Eminem is. Kanye is still making a lot of headlines. Eminem, on the other hand, is not. But I want to take you through these lyrics because there's a lot happening here.
Wow.
First thing I want to say is Eminem is obviously a gay man. It's very sad.
The just passive-aggressive energy. Meow, Candace. Meow.
There's a lot happening here. First thing I want to say is Eminem is obviously a gay man. It's very sad that Eminem cleaned out his closet but never came out of his closet. But let's get to these lyrics. I'll read them to you. He writes or says...
Eminem is gay. That is your big clapback. You could tell. You know when someone is triggered by how they respond. Listen, this is Eminem. He's been dissing celebrities throughout his entire career. This is what he's always done. It's no different. And sometimes you get people who get dissed and like, hey, I'm just honored I got mentioned by Eminem. Other times you get people and you can tell that they're triggered. You can tell that he's gotten under her skin by just her whole demeanor, the way she's conducting herself, what she's saying, and what kind of clapback is that? Who wrote this for you, Candace?
Closet. But let's get to these...
Eminem cleaning out my closet, playing off of that song that he dropped. In this case, she's saying he needs to walk out of the closet.
Lyrics, I'll read them to you. He writes... or says or raps. And Candace O,
Why does she she sounds like the way she delivers her lines. I haven't seen a lot of Candace Owens, but she sounds like a Ben Shapiro clone.
Ain't mad at her. I ain't gonna throw the fact BITCH forgot she was black at her. Oh, laugh at her like them crackers she's backing after her back is turned in a cute MAGA hat with her brand new White Lives Matter shirt. Haha, nope. Or say this MAGA dirtbag in a skirt just opened the biggest can of
Jesus, Candace, have a little bit more flow.
worms on the whole planet Earth. Call her Grand Wizard, yeah, Candace, haha, or Grand Dragon, or like the national anthem, I won't stand for the tramp. Why? But I can diss her, because my plans are to get in her pants, and I'll blow my chance if I answer back to her. Oh, but I can't diss her because his plans are to get in my pants. Ew, you disgust me. Okay, a lot going on here.
Nice breakdown, Candace.
I think first and foremost, I just would like to again remind
She tried to say that as cringy and as corny as possible.
people that he is in fact a struggling internally gay man, and so there's a lot happening with Eminem, and we should pray for him. On the second point,
Get the Vaseline out!
happening with Eminem, and we should pray for him. On the second point, the way that we know that is because he's actually recycling things that black women have said about me on the internet. Like he's pretending this is original, calling me Candace. It's not. This is like he's just recycling the black women that don't like me on the internet, have a lot of names for me, one of them being Candy O. So he's like watched what they're saying, and I guess someone who was listening to him in the booth was like, yeah, this is a good one. Yeah, drop.
Eminem's critique of you is that you've turned your back on your own culture, and she's literally saying here the words that he's saying and what he's using are what black women use against me. Is there not a clicking point there? Is there not a moment of self-awareness?
They're saying, and I guess someone who was listening to him in the booth was like, yeah, this is a good one. Yeah, drop the beat. They're really, 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 really going to like that. By the way, there's a second song he also dropped. This one's called Bad One.
Yeah.
And the lyrics are this about me. Yeah, this whole subgenre with all these corny white rappers, I'm not a fan of it. It ain't my fault, but like sock puppets, I had a hand in it. This $1,000 in my hand is just like what Candace did when she turned her back on her own race, because I have abandoned it. Oh my, so cool. That's a tough one. That's so tough. The black community is going to be going crazy. Not. I don't think that's going to happen at all.
Candace, never do that again. You look like you just got back from the country club driving the golf cart around, and then you just dropped that in.
So tough. The black.
I'm ready for a Candace freestyle. Diss Eminem.
He's going to be going crazy. Not. I don't think that's going to happen at all. Actually, I'm doing this because I want to help him go viral, because this.
I can never unsee this now.
Not. I don't think that's going to happen at all. Actually, I'm doing this because I want to help him go viral, because this is sad. This is very sad. I want you to feel sad for Eminem, because this is just not the way for someone's career to go down the drain. And I want us all to do our part to help make Eminem relevant again, at the very least, and he can be relevant just by me speaking about him. He understands that.
Wow.
By the way, I did TMZ earlier. They were asking me, like, you know, in part, though, aren't you honored that someone who is recognized as the greatest white rapper of all time is dedicating all of his time to you? And I said no, because it would have meant something if he was at his prime. As an example, Dave Chappelle, he made a really, honestly, it was kind of a hideous joke about me. I didn't think the joke itself was funny, but I did appreciate the fact that Dave Chappelle, who is the most famous comedian in the entire world at the peak of his career, was mentioning me on stage. Like when he was very sad about George Floyd and he did this whole skit and he said some awful things about me, I did have that moment where I went, wow, Dave Chappelle knows who I am. This is not that with Eminem. He is not at the peak of his career. He's at the end of it. His career should have ended like 15 years ago.
Should we cue the sales and the numbers that this album has done?
And he keeps going. And so
Number one, anyone?
this is not a rapper that's at the top. He's actually doing.
Cue his streams. He's still one of the most streamed hip hop artists this past year and for years now.
He's going through a strategy that a lot of new rappers do.
I just love the lines that she did. What universe are we living in? It's alternate realities. So she is the one giving him light, and she is positioning this like she is helping him. Are you delusional?
Where they find out who is the big rapper and they start a beef, right? He's like,
That's fun.
oh, nobody knows who I am, so I'm just going to start a beef with Candace Owens, and
Like this is real life.
he's just fading out of the American mindset entirely. So this is what he's come up with. And I want to say this, genuinely, the pander here is pathetic. He's literally making a plea to the public. I hate white people. That's what he's saying. He's calling white people crackers. He's using a slur against
I mean, crackers are delicious.
his own people, while at the same time, unironically, accusing me of doing what he's doing. He's like, she turned her back on her own race, as he turns his back on his race and calls them crackers. I've never used slurs to describe Black Americans.
So we tried to flip the logic back on him.
I don't have an issue with my race, but you very much have an issue with yours. And the other thing is, like, he doesn't even know what his audience is. Again, this feels very maybe could have done something in 2016 when the whole world was, so anti-Trump and it was the George Floyd moment. He doesn't even understand what's happening. I mean, that conversation has broken in the Black community. That's why Trump's numbers are up. Beyond that, I've been on The Breakfast Club. I've done Joe Budden. Like, Black Americans are following this podcast. They actually like me. I went viral on a few of those channels, on Instagram channels the other day because of my conversation with Don Lemon. They're starting to.
Yeah, she now feels the need to justify her position. And she's trying to leverage it and spin the narrative that she's the one who's popular. Eminem is no longer relevant, so the only reason he's dissing her is to leverage that and spin it. And then she's trying to flip his logic back on him. Wow, you can tell that he has got under her skin on this one. But anyways, what do you guys think about that? I thought we'd dive into it a little bit. I know a lot of people have been dissed. There'll be other stories on this. So whatever you want to see me follow, comment down below. Getting ready to go play my show. Listen, I love you guys. I'll catch you again very, very soon. All right.